So this is the patch I grow my strawberries in, and what we're going to do is we're going to plant the asparagus and strawberries together in a way where they grow in a nice symbiotic relationship. So I'm going to dig up some of my strawberries. That'll give me an opportunity to get rid of some of the pesky weeds in here as well. It's a good time to deal with asparagus now. And if you haven't ever planted asparagus before, it's definitely it's a crop that's definitely worth investing in, because once you plant it, it'll last and grow and produce forever. Now I've got my patch prepared. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a healthy dollop of organic matter into here, and compost always works a treat for these sorts of things. So I'm going to add a load of chicken manure. So that's a load of good fertilizer into there that I'm adding in. Normally I wouldn't dig, but because I've had to dig the strawberries out, let's sort it out. Yeah, let's add this, blend it in nice. And then that's ready for our asparagus. Oh, I've got a load of compost in here with my asparagus crowns. So let's find them, identify them, and figure out how we're going to plant them. So they're a lot bigger than I thought they were. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful plants. So now I'm just going to make a little shallow trench where I want my crown to sit. Look, some nice baby strawberry plants, fresh runners for this year, and I'll plant them on top. With these in the trench, just spread them, spread the roots out. I'm just going to cover them up for now, and there's normally what I'd do is I'd just leave them to fern and forget about them. Look at that monster root. That's one heavy crown, isn't it? Look at the size of that. See, don't worry about being too rough with these. So the thing to go over the top now, it's time to take our chilli plants out. It's getting to winter. I'll be emptying a load of compost pots onto the top of here. And that's it, nice and raised up, and that'll settle in around the roots of those plants over the course of winter. Now onto this bed we can start planting our strawberries. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the ones that I've got the most soil around first and plant them nice and high. You might think I've just planted asparagus and I'm planting strawberries on top, but what you've got to do is think about the way the plants grow. Now strawberries will grow across the surface of the soil, and asparagus will burrow their roots deep down and the shoots will come up the top. So it's quite a clever way of using the same amount of space for multiple plants at the same time. And you see those baby strawberry plants I got before? Let's get those in as well. So with them, I'm just going to be popping them in on a little mound. I'll bring the soil to them rather than try and bury them. And they'll just grow above the soil. So you've got all of these are quite young plants. So these are first year plants, most of them. Some of them are runners that came on early this spring that we've potted up. But they're all quite young plants. So they work really well on top of here. So I know where my young plants are and where my older plants are across that bed underneath the plum tree. I need 4 more plants to fill that patch up, so I'm going to be on the hunt for these runners. Look at this. So these runners were going to stray into the path. So let's just pull that away. I'm going to snap that off. I don't even need to separate those. I can just plant those straight in. Let's see if we can find some more. So it's a great way of getting free strawberry plants. That initial investment. Oh, this one's roots go down quite a bit. There we go. That initial investment and loads of baby strawberry plants. So let's get this planted just here. And those can go in there. Tighten the soil up around that one. And that's it. Really quick. Remember the shape of the asparagus roots, they're going to go deep down, probably about 1 foot, 2 foot once they're matured. Strawberry plants will stay within the top 6 inches, maximum 8 inches of soil. So they're not competing for nutrients. They're not competing for growing space because the strawberries will go across and the asparagus will come straight up. So it's a great way of using the same space for multiple plants at the same time. So if you're limited on space, these are ways to work. So that's me touching up these final plants. There's the fern. And I know exactly where everything is. So I don't get to get out in the garden as much as I used to. Politics has taken over my life. And today has been a day off Green Party, and it's been a day of walking in the countryside, getting out into nature, and I've come home and I've finally got a chance to get my hands in the dirt a little bit. So I feel really good. And this kind of stuff is fantastic for your mental health, fantastic for just to get away from the world for a little bit of time and just enjoy a bit of nature. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.